Welcome to Science Lab. The science are happening because the Lord Jesus is coming. Every day we are looking at some of the science that is happening around the world.
And in this episode, we are going to see some of the disastrous events that are taking place around the world.
Brazil has become the second country after the US to register more than 50,000 deaths from COVID-19. It comes amid growing political tension and just days after the country confirmed more than 1 million coronavirus infections.
The COVID-19 pandemic in Brazil is part of the ongoing pandemic of coronavirus disease 2019. COVID-19 caused by severe acute respiratory syndrome, coronavirus 2 or SARS-CoV-2, the virus was confirmed to have spread to Brazil on 25th of February 2020 when a man from Sao Paulo tested positive for this virus.
On 19 June 2020, the country reported its 1 million case. At this time, there had been nearly 49,000 reported deaths. As of June 2020, Brazil has the second highest number of confirmed COVID-19 cases in the world behind the United States.
Unlike the SARS outbreak of 2003, the case fatality ratio of COVID-19 has been much lower, but the transmission has been significantly greater with a significant total death toll. On the 28th of January, the Ministry of Health raised the emergency alert to level 2 of 3, considering an imminent threat for Brazil as a suspected case was being investigated in Belo Horizonte, Minas Gerais, in a student who had recently visited Wuhan, Hubei, China, the outbreak's place of origin. The following day, the ministry announced it was investigating 2 other suspected cases in Porto Alegre and Curitiba. On the 3rd of February, the Minister of Health, Luiz Henrique Mandetta, said that the Brazilian government would declare a public health emergency of international concern even without confirmed cases in the country. On the 3rd of February, the Minister of Health also said that the government would assist with the returns of Brazilians from Wuhan, China, and 2 days later the government sent 2 planes to evacuate 34 Brazilians from Wuhan. The plan was for them to return to the country on the 8th of February, upon which they, the flight crew and the doctors and health professionals with whom they had contact would be quarantined for 18 days at a Brazilian Air Force base in Anápolis, Goiás. On the 23rd of February, the quarantined people were released several days earlier than planned, as repeated tests showed negative results for COVID-19. Policy responses and prevention announced in the country amid the COVID-19 pandemic. On the 19th of March, scientists predicted up to 2 million deaths in Brazil in the worst-case scenario without measures to contain the virus. They pointed out that a policy of social distancing was one of the most effective measures given the lack of a vaccine. On the 20th of March, experts from Italy warned that the coronavirus growth curve in Brazil would repeat that of European countries. An observatory with physicists from USP, Unicamp, UNESP, UNB, UFABC, UC, Berkeley and the University of Oldenburg showed that the number of infected people, considering data from 19th March, had been doubling every 54 hours, and that the case total would exceed 3,000 by the 24th. On the 21st of March, researchers began to mobilize to increase the availability of testing in Brazil. The Federal University of Rio de Janeiro was attempting to create a serology test as opposed to the more common PCR test to detect infections through a patient's blood samples. Minister of Health Luis Henrique Mandetta said that the number of cases would increase exponentially until the end of June. On the 23rd of March, a report from FGV economist Emerson Markle predicted a negative 2020 GDP of up to 4.4% due to the effect of the coronavirus. 11 COVID-19 patients died after receiving high doses of the anti-malarial drug chloroquine in a study in Brazil. This was reported in mid-April. The study was halted. On the 17th of March, Brazilian authorities partially closed their border with Venezuela. Health Minister Luis Henrique Mandetta had urged closure of the border due to Venezuela's collapsing health system. On the 18th of March, Rio de Janeiro and 5 other municipalities in the state of Rio de Janeiro had declared a state of emergency to help contain the coronavirus. The following day, the government of Rio Grande do Sul declared a public emergency situation. Among the measures adopted were the prohibition of interstate travel and the restriction of items purchased in the markets. On the 20th of March, the government of Rio Grande do Norte decreed a public emergency. The measure became effective on the Friday 20th after being published in the official Gazette of the state. On the 21st of March, in Sao Paulo, cases of coronavirus rose almost 40% in 2 hours. Deaths also increased in the period. Cities in the Campinas region declared an emergency situation. In addition to the metropolis, several other regions issued decrees with special measures to contain the spread of COVID-19 cases. Valhinos and Vinhedo declared a state of public emergency. On the 9th of May, the government of Rio Grande do Sul established a new social distancing plan. Given that some areas were more affected than others, the local government organized the state in 20 sectors. Each sector is ranked according to the number of cases, hospital occupancy rates, and other factors, from yellow, low risk, to orange, red, and black, high risk. The goal of this scale is to be able to respond better to the current pandemic and allow the people on lower risk areas to return to a somewhat normal life.
We have seen many disastrous things happening around us, but there is more. Don't go anywhere, we'll meet you after a short break. Back to Science Lab. The signs are happening because the Lord Jesus is coming. Before the break, we saw some of the disastrous events happening around us. Let's continue. Economists expect an economic stagnation for the country in 2020. On 16th March, the Ministry of Economy announced a stimulus package of $147.3 billion to help the economy against the effects of the pandemic.
The Brazilian government is also in negotiations with the New Development Bank to receive an aid package for its COVID-19 efforts. China received $1 billion USD from the same institution.
On the 21st of March, Economy Minister Paulo Guedes announced a series of aid measures to reduce the impact on the economy. A scholarship for self-employed professionals to the amount of Brazilian Real 200 is being prepared in addition to the payment guarantee for workers who have reduced working hours. On the 23rd of March, government announced package of 85.8 billion Brazilian reals for states and municipalities. The amount includes transfers to the health area, recomposition of transfers of constitutional funds, and suspension of the maturity of debts of the states with the Union. On the 20th of March, the pandemic had impacted education all over the world. There were nationwide school closures in over 100 countries. However, President Jair Bolsonaro announced few countrywide measures to slow the spread of the virus, and because the federal government decided not to cancel classes in the whole country, lower levels of government have done so on independently. Municipal, state and private schools and universities had different reactions regarding the suspension of classes. Some of them were replaced with distance education or simply postponed. Because of that, there are only localized school closures according to the UNESCO. On the 17th of March, residents of favelas in Rio de Janeiro suffered from a lack of water. Without water to clean themselves, this made them vulnerable to the proliferation of coronavirus. Water did not reach parts of the Baixada, Fluminense and the north zone of Rio de Janeiro. The infectious disease doctor and pediatrician Cristina Meireles said that without clean running water, the situation of fighting the epidemic would become catastrophic. CUFA, an NGO that operates with favelas, called for measures to contain coronavirus in favelas. Government actions did not include the economically fragile, a contingent that totals more than 70 million people, said the organization. Some areas of Mare had been without water for 2 days, and the other areas were reported to have been without water for 2 weeks. Following the first reported cases in Brazil, there were concerns whether its health care system would be able to deal with the pandemic. On the 18th of March 2020, hospitals in Sao Paulo denounced a lack of health materials such as masks, gloves, and hand sanitizer caused by an increase in prices. According to them, packages of masks went from 4.50 Brazilian real in January to 140 Brazilian real by 17th of March. The government said it will negotiate with industry to meet the demand. In Salvador, local shops experienced shortage of masks and hand sanitizer. Rio and 5 other municipalities in the state declared an emergency to contain the coronavirus. On the 19th of March 2020, scientists predicted up to 2 million deaths in Brazil in the worst case scenario without measures to contain the coronavirus. They pointed out that maintaining social distance was one of the most effective measures in the absence of a vaccine. Their conclusion came after analyzing the growth curve of COVID-19 cases in Brazil. The contagion rate was the same as that registered in Italy, as the number of infected people had been doubling every 54 hours. According to estimates, the number of confirmed cases might reach 3,000 by 24th March. According to the Ministry of Health, the number of infected patients would grow exponentially until the end of June. The mayor of Belo Horizonte, Alexandre Khalil, asked General Altair Jose Paulson, commander of the 4th Army Region, for the temporary assignment of 51 professionals from the army garrison to assist in the demands of fighting the coronavirus. The Brazilian army has not yet said whether it will meet this demand. Peak cases of COVID-19 in Belo Horizonte were expected to occur in the first week of April. In an interview, the health secretary announced the creation of 2 more respiratory disease centers and was studying placing PMs to serve the population. The government of Rio Grande do Sul decreed a public emergency situation with measures including the prohibition of interstate travel and the restriction of items purchased in the markets, with a decree in force from 19th of March 2020. Employees at 4 public hospitals in the city of Sao Paulo reported a shortage of materials such as alcohol gel, masks and gloves when caring for patients with suspected coronavirus. Professionals in the Sistema Único de Saúde reported a shortage of masks and rationing of gel alcohol, though the situation of public service workers was different from that of private hospitals in Sao Paulo. Stores specializing in medical supplies no longer had alcohol gels and masks, including N95 masks used by health professionals. Street vendors were reported to be taking advantage of the demand for equipment and trying to profit from it. On the 20th of March, the press reported that Brazil was contradicting the recommendation of the World Health Organization by only testing patients in a severe condition. João Gabardo, Executive Secretary at the Ministry of Health, said that the criteria adopted would not change, and people with serious cases would be tested for COVID-19. The following day, a group of scientists announced they were developing new COVID-19 tests in Brazil. They expect to elaborate a test which will work with a single drop of blood from the patient. They expected it to be ready during the current outbreak of COVID-19 and hope to engage some of the main Brazilian universities in its development. Without protective items, health workers improvised caps as masks in hospitals. In addition to the first cases of coronavirus in Acre, health professionals in the state had to deal with the lack of personal protective equipment. Some agents improvised with caps as masks. Health professionals in the state of Rio de Janeiro complained about the lack of conditions to work with patients in COVID-19. Doctors said there were no N95 masks with a more efficient filter at Hospital Salgado Filho. Unions said there was a shortage of personal protective equipment in hospitals.
Before his death, burial and resurrection, the Lord Jesus Christ was sitting on the Mount of Olives, and his disciples came to him privately and asked, "Tell us, when will these things be, and what will be the sign of your coming and the end of the age?" For this, the Lord Jesus Christ listed out things that will take place before his coming.
And Jesus answered and said to them, "And you will hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that you are not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. For nation will rise against nation and kingdom against kingdom, and there will be famines, pestilences, and earthquakes in various places. All these are the beginning of the sorrows."
What is mentioned in the Bible that are going to take place in the end times are taking place in our lifetime. All this shows us that indeed we are living in the last days. The Lord Jesus Christ is coming back again very soon. Thank you for watching this episode, and don't forget to tune into Science Lab next time.
Send us photos, videos, news, YouTube links which are worth sharing, and also send us your feedbacks to email address sciencelab@angeltv.org. If you have missed any of the episode, don't worry, you can watch it again in our Science Lab YouTube page. But don't forget to like, share, comment on the video. Remember, signs are happening because the Lord Jesus is coming. Maranatha.